Here's another episode of the free VST plugin detective, where I review, test out, and demonstrate various free VSTs, and this one is dope. Like, no other way I can use to describe that. Now, my FRECCERO rating right off the bat is a 5+ out of 5. Now, if you've watched the series for some time, you know that I review plugins 1 through 5, 1 being bad or maybe even a 0. I haven't got to a plugin yet that's a 0, but you never know. But anyway, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. And for me, 5 out of 5 is basically a perfect plugin. A plugin that does exactly what it's supposed to, it has a great layout, everything. But there are some plugins out there that are free that are so good that they really go above and beyond, where they make me ask myself, how is this plugin free? It's not only perfect, that does what it meant to do, but it exceeds expectations. This is one of these few plugins, the Combo Model F, that exceeds, I think, what a free plugin should be capable of. You know, I mean, I'm still in shock that this plugin's free. And so, without, me rambling on, no further ado, let's bring this in. So this is the Combo Model F plugin, obviously simply an organ. And as you can see right off the bat, this GUI is awesome. You basically have 2 different settings on this GUI, just showing you, before I get into all these different features. You basically have here, which is basically the settings, and then you have the organ, in case you want a nicer, look of an organ, and then you have tuning as well, obviously just adjusting on the settings. And the thing that I love about this plugin, the reason I'm giving it a 5+ out of 5, is that not only is the GUI amazing, and as you can see, if I click this, the fact that you can adjust it, obviously it simulates perfectly the actual pedals on a organ, but the sound quality is surreal. Not to mention, as you can clearly see, the settings on this are super in-depth. Now, I'm going to be honest, I'm not an expert organ player. I can play organ a little bit, but I'm not a true expert, right? But if you are, I mean, all these, settings are amazing. Not to mention, you can do full-out tuning if you want to, right? You have all these different modes. I mean, it's truly incredible what this plugin can do. Now, without any more rambling on as well about how good the GUI is, let's get into the sound, right? That's probably why I'm watching this. So this is a track that I made called Castiel Misha Collins, based off the character from the show Supernatural. I basically tried to make a track that simulated his character in that show in musical form. So I'm going to play you a little bit of the track. I know, some shameless self-promotion. I know. But basically I tried to make a kind of like a dark gospel track. In case you've never seen the show, he's an angel in the show that kind of doesn't completely align with heaven. Anyway. That's for my Supernatural fanatics. But anyway, so in case you've never seen the show, he's an angel that kind of rebels against heaven. So anyway, so I made a drop like this. I'm going to unsort that. So it's like... kind of like a trap beat. Right, so a little bit of a trap, almost like hip-hop beat. So in the beginning, I wanted there to be organs, right? What's more, gospel than an organ? So I had a couple organs going, as you can see. I did a couple of massive, actually. And then I won this one because it has such great sound. So I'm going to play the melody that I made. Right, such a good sound. And I'm going to do this, actually, as well. I have, obviously, a limiter. I did some EQing and also parallel process my reverb. So I'm just going to play completely dry, just letting you know, so you can kind of hear it better. Right, such a great organ sound. Now I'm just going to play this on my keyboard. Let's see. Right, and then you have some bass in there too. If you want that kind of organ, low-end bass, kind of they play with their feet, So as you can see, for the first kind of low end of the plugin, it's just bass. And then jumps kind of into that, the organ-y sound, So obviously I can show you that on this too, as you can see. So that's for about an octave of the low-end bass sounds. And then jumps into this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this melody again, obviously. And I'm going to show you how amazing these settings can be, right? And granted, this video could be half an hour long, really, if I showed you every little detail. So I'm just going to show you a couple different settings, just to show you, how you can vary it, the different sounds you can be capable of. And again, for these videos, these are not meant to be tutorials, necessarily, of these plugins. They're meant to be more me reviewing it, right? Showing you what the plugin does, so you can say, okay, Yeah, I might use this in my productions. Okay, I might not, right? But even so, I'm going to show you. So you have basic sender on or off. You know, I'm actually going to play it because it's a little bit this melody is a bit slow in the beginning. So I'm just going to play it. So, right, for different, obviously, velocity settings. Yeah, so for vibrato, obviously vibrato adds a nice texture to the organ. You can adjust the speed itself. You know, right, if you really want to. Also you have reverb and cab here. If you have an MT booster, like all these different settings, you know, volume, obviously gate, you have 2 channels, you can adjust the pedals. You can have obviously your attack and release. You have your MIDI, you have, you know, maybe if you want to route doing different channel routings. And turn that on before, she realized. Right, in case you want to do that. I forgot to set that up. But also, as you can see, you can just shoot. Right, in case you want to add different other tones to it. Again, I'm just playing around with this right now. As you can see, though, there's just so much cool stuff that you can do with this plugin. I mean, like I said, I'm not like an expert on organ. I feel like if you are, you could probably go crazy with all these settings. I'm not gonna lie, some of these I'm not 100% sure of all the different technicalities of an organ, what it exactly does, you know? Because obviously this that I use is pretty simple. But you can do, obviously, like I said, so many different unique things with this plugin, you know? I mean, there's especially for any organist, someone who's big with an organ, you love this plugin, right? So, right, kind of going for a dark gospel vibe, like I said. But in general, honestly, this plugin is incredible. Like I said, especially for any organist, you know, I think that if you've played an organ for a while, you're used to all these really, really, really intricate settings that you've studied your entire life. This plugin is amazing for that. And honestly, for me, I have a general sense, like I said, of what each setting does, but not to the full depth of someone who's done, you know, playing organ, or has played organ, excuse me, for like 20 years, right? And honestly, all these settings make this plugin such a versatile plugin, and one of the ultra few plugins on this series that I'm giving a 5+ out of 5. So definitely check it out. Obviously, it's free, so there's no reason why you shouldn't download it. And like I said, there's so many uses for this plugin too. In this track, obviously, as you can hear, is more of like a gospel. But if you want to even make like a jazz organ track or something like that, where you have like a jazzy groove, I mean, it's perfect. Anything organ related, this plugin is absolutely perfect. One of the few that I suggest you have to have, if you ever need an organ in your track, you exactly know where to go.